Greetings, loves, and welcome back. That lighting is definitely not going to work for these cards. Grand afternoon, grand evening, or grand rest, wherever you are, whenever you tune in. I'm going to do a quick sound check. Give me just a moment and we will get started. Let's see here. Go to my channel, click on the live. We are good to go. All right, before I go into the cards, I'm going to say a quick command blessing over this session. Dear source of all that is, was, and will ever be, we thank you today and each and every day for all that you do and all that you do as we stand in your divine authority, commanding in alignment with divine will. By the power of divine law, we now open our lives to abundance, security, stability, and protection. No weapons formed against us shall prosper. Every case, cause, concern, conflict, and negative confrontation dissolves into nothingness by the radiance of divine light. We command true prosperity to flow into our lives. We command good fortune to follow us in all things. We call forth true love, divinely ordained, harmonious, and eternal. May our paths be illuminated, our spirits fortified, and our lives a testament to the boundless grace of the Creator. So it is, so it is, so it is, and so it shall be. Here we go into, excuse me, Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. To start things off, what love is asking of us at this time. Here we go. Source, Holy Spirit, Messenger of Source, what love is asking of us at this time. We're going to make a full pass. All right. And there we have it. Let's see what we have going on here. The Sacred Union. Something about embracing collaborations, which, I mean, a collaboration could be calling a plumber to get your plumbing fixed. I mean, let's be for real here. Every connection and encounter that we have with another is a collaboration. But with more details, we have the Queen of Light, something involving paths of enlightenment, but also events and situations calling for celebration. We also have the Winged Wise Ones, miraculous aid through the Hawk Prince and spirit communication. Love is asking of us to continue showing reverence for those sacred spaces and stillness, as this is where those divine messages meant specifically for us come in for us. From the bottom of the deck, we have the Arrow Master, resetting our intentions and also continuing to practice the law of detachment, taking our focus and aim off of the outcome. Hello and welcome. Thank you so very much for popping in. May you be well. Also, we don't use that language here. Otherwise, happy Wednesday. Hello, Anastasia. Hello, Grand Rising, Grand Afternoon. Thank you so very much for popping in. Happy Wednesday. In this session, we're utilizing cards to tell a fun little story of what love is asking of us at this time. There's also a reminder from Holy Spirit, Messenger of Source, and other guides that if you don't shoot, you won't score. You're already on the right path for whatever it is. Okay. With the Metal King also in the environment, this is a path of discipline, self-discipline. So not only resetting your intentions, but also setting healthy boundaries. May you be well. Grand Rising, Bro Star Tom, thank you so very much. Beautiful morning to you, my friend. Thank you for coming in and monitoring the chat. I truly do appreciate it. Setting boundaries, interestingly enough. That's the card we're looking at. Yes. Also something about conscious action already in the environment. Taking conscious action with humility, selfless acts, like what was just demonstrated. But clearly there's also that energy of the hungry ghost. Someone coming in with a lack mindset. Perhaps even obsessed with the letters WTF. But that energy is on its way out. Yes, we also have Lady of the Mirror and non-judgment. So we're not here to judge others. Instead, we're setting boundaries for ourselves. Others' actions and opinions are not our problem. Yes, in all fairness, absolutely. In all fairness, when you keep it respectful and keep it kind, keep it real, balance is maintained. Let's continue. Source, Holy Spirit, messenger of Source. What else is love asking of us at this time? All right, just this one card came out. The Map Maker of Destiny. To continue embracing our authenticity, but without overthinking it. If you're wondering if you're being authentic, or if your constant aim is to be authentic and that's your only focus, are you really being authentic? We're being guided. Love is asking us to go within for inspiration. Good morning, Harib. We're telling a fun little story with these cards about what love is asking of us at this time. May you be well and happy Wednesday. In our immediate environment, we also have Sisters of the Seasons. Divine order. Love is asking us to embrace the season we are in. Honor it. Honor that season that we are in. I just made another full pass and we have the Dream Walker. Seeing through the illusions. I'm feeling guided to read on this one, as well as the Map Maker. Let's just begin with the Map Maker. And then we will get back to the Dream Walker. It's a sign that the collective is being given an opportunity to transform fate into destiny. Even though some would believe that both fate and destiny equate to karma. But karma is still somewhat of a New Age term in and of itself. Destiny being the original term in English. Each of us being given a unique map. Multiple choices and paths that intersect. All the places that we're meant to place ourselves. Not only where we are challenged to evolve into higher aspects of ourselves, but also with the dream walker, contributing to the collective good wherever it is that we plant ourselves. We've come here as a spark of the divine to experience ourselves in human form. Our path is unique. It's also somewhat preordained. Our destiny, fate, are the events in our lives that are meant to happen. How we respond to our circumstances becomes our destiny. The ability to make great opportunities out of a fated experience. Also indicating free will and choice at certain points in our blueprints. Now is one of those times in our lives where we're faced with a relationship or circumstance, and how we respond is leading us into our perfect destiny. Our ally may even form as a soulmate coming to heal our heart and even be our companion. That's funny. That's actually pretty funny. Good morning, Lee Carrick and Texas Made Trey. Don't start that shit this morning. Don't start none, won't be none. Let's continue. We have the collective good. But it begins with the work that we do on ourselves, as well as continuing to have faith in our dreams. Coming in as an ally to remind us dreams really can and do come true. There are those of the small self and those of the divine. Spirit has a dream for you that is yours alone. And all you need to do is ask, and it will unfold. Each of us also play an important and unique part in the divine dreaming of the world. When you ask if this is the dream for you that serves the greater good, you will find that the most beautiful vision for your life serves the highest good for others too. Love is asking us to ask Spirit. And by going inward for that inspiration, we will be provided the answer. Moving effortlessly through the illusions, seeing through the illusions, and observing the truth. That is what love is asking of us. Heaven's mighty warrior. Hello. Thank you so very much for popping in. You're biting your tongue, Lee. Good call, my friend. Good call. Choosing peace and prioritizing peace of mind over being right or having the better reaction. Love it. Source, Holy Spirit, Messenger of Source, what else is love asking of us at this time? To continue working on our communication. Remaining forthright. And also something about love asking us to divert our attention from ourselves in some ways, to offer kind gestures and words of praise to others. Oh, goodness. This wonkiness with the camera is exactly why I haven't been doing every single live with the camera on, because it's just like, it's screaming like not good quality. So we're aiming for, good quality content here. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for taking the wheel. At the bottom of the deck, we have the prison waif. Something about negative self-talk that has been going on in the environment. Our own thoughts and hidden beliefs preventing the collective from our highest good. You might have been believing that you're doing all you can to manifest your reality and giving into thoughts that begin with I can't, or I'm not, or I don't. The good news is you have the key to let yourself out of that self-imposed prison, the illusion. Spending some time with yourselves addressing those beliefs that seem somewhat contrary to your hard work. Take inventory. Love is asking us to take inventory of our thoughts, letting ourselves out of that self-imposed cage of negative self-talk and stinking thinking. Love is asking us to focus on gratitude, an attitude of gratitude, and let the light in, or more so, let your light out. Let it shine with gratitude being the main component. Also in the environment, we have the Ringmaster of Scrutiny. Love is asking of us to continue doing that inner work. And then, with each situation, we find ourselves doing that work. The fog begins to clear. We see where we are accountable and responsible. Discernment becomes more effortless as we go. Let's keep going. Source, Holy Spirit, Messenger of Source. What else is love asking of us at this time? All right, we had one more card come out with that full pass. The Altar Priestess. You don't necessarily have to make a big event out of it, but handing it over to the universe and the Spirit, Holy Spirit, and your guides, your A-team. Allowing them to collaborate with you. In order to come out of this sense of survival mode, with the Desert Prince also in the immediate environment, and right behind that, the Lady of Lightning. A paradigm shift that is occurring, that love is asking of us to embrace. Speaking of collaboration, not only in the upper world, but in the middle world, we have assistants coming in to collaborate, even in the mundane, with the Horse King. Like an earth angel coming into our lives to assist us. So this is also more confirmation of that connection, that soulmate connection, but also companionship. It doesn't necessarily have to involve romance, but it does involve equal reverence. This is an ally coming in to lend their energy to assist us in weathering the storms. Love is asking us to trust that in these collaborations and connections, we will certainly reach that perceived destination. This perceived circumstance and person are a synchronicity that love is asking us to trust in. We aren't meant to go the next part of our journey alone, and that message has been coming out so consistently with numerous different decks. None of them are alike. They're all custom and completely different. But yet, each deck has at least one card sharing the same energy, keeping the same energy. Love is asking us to trust in delegating authority, to embrace our magnetism to people who are in a position to help us make our dreams come true. Remaining open to those who are sent to our aid. This is some kind of victory. But again, we're being guided to not focus on the victory or the outcome per se. We're being guided to focus on resetting our attentions and continuing to practice that law of detachment. Focus on our dreams, our journeys, our adventures versus the finish line. All right. 3333 on the timer. Let's go into yet another deck for a bit more of what love is asking of us at this time. Going into the Steampunk Tarot. For a bit more. And then we will go into the Kipper and draw it to a close with some archetypes to assist us. All right, here we go. Give it a little shuffle. What love is asking of us at this time. What love is asking of us. I'm going to make a full pass. Oh, okay. And that concludes a full pass. We have several cards on the table. Let's take a look at this one that landed upright first. This is the Eight of Cups. Something about leaving a person, place, situation, or thing behind. Leaving it in the past. This could be figuratively or even like physically. We also have the Knight of Cups and the Moon. Let's put the Moon up here at the top, as it is major arcana, more long-term, long-lasting energy here, more intense and relevant. Something that was once in the dark that was brought to light, that we're being guided to move away from. And with the Knight of Cups, this is that new proposal, confirmation of that new proposal of some kind coming in, whether it's a vocation, ship, or a relationship. Love is asking of us to basically, in so many words, abandon ship and move on. Let's keep going. Yes, this is a voluntary change. Here we go. What else is love asking of us at this time? The Page of Swords. Embracing our curiosity. Love is asking us to embrace our curiosity or continue to do so, because that message has also been coming out frequently. Let's see. We have the Page of Cups and the Ten of Swords in reverse. This is newfound love overcoming a painful ending. Love is asking of us to not lose sight of it, even despite these painful endings that are now being turned on their heads. These painful endings no longer having an effect on the collective. Love is also asking of us to remain involved in acts of kindness and service to others, as there is a healing aspect to that as well. Like when we pour into others, it makes its way back around to some degree without expecting it in return. these acts of kindness and service, trusting in love, even after the chaos. We also have the Eight of Swords, oh, it's in reverse, Strengthen the Upright, and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Coming out of isolation. With the Seven of Pentacles, there's no longer any delays coming out of isolation. Unconditional love. With unconditional love, nothing can stand in our way, Holy Spirit just said. Especially with the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles, both of them coming out in reverse. At the bottom of the deck and in our immediate environment, we have the Ace of Wands. That inspiration from within has already been occurring to some degree, and we have the Hanged Man right behind that. Ooh, and the Devil right behind that. New inspiration. Leading to new perspectives. Overcoming some kind of obsession. For some of you, this is someone, love is asking you to move on from a masculine energy who may be dealing with some unhealthy obsession of some kind, or greediness, materialistic, and even for a handful of you, whenever you hear this message, this is extremely phallic energy here. A lot of heavy masculine energy. Who may have a little bit of a corn addiction. We're definitely considering moving on with the Fool in the environment. a renewed sense of hope, a new path. Confirmation of the new adventures that we're being guided to set our intentions for. As well as healthy boundaries. Instead of trying to fix another, we do the work within ourselves. And that new inspiration comes in for us from the inside out. Oops. We have the King of Swords. Yeah, definitely resetting our intentions and taking it seriously. That is what love is asking of us. Source, Holy Spirit, Messenger of Source, what else is love asking of us at this time? I gotta go now, Soul Star. Have a wonderful day. Blessed day to you as well, my friend. I'll see you again soon. I'm going to be drawing this to a close here in a few minutes. Thank you for popping in. All right, here we go. Final messages from this deck. We have the Three of Pentacles. So for some of the collective, this is a King of Swords, an air sign. That love is asking of us to embrace a collaboration with. And to remind us that we do definitely have options. And to continue following our instincts and intuitions. For some of the collective, you're actually being guided to pay closer attention to your instincts and intuitions about an air sign. Because for some of you, this King of Swords, this air sign, could be caught up in a third-party situation. And we have a very important decision to make as a result. It's time to make a decision, one way or another. Some kind of betrayal that's been going on in the environment, that's already in the environment, that love is asking of us to abandon. And continue maintaining those boundaries that are already in the environment. Walking away is setting a boundary. Holy Spirit said, but without announcing it. There it is, abandoning a situation right there, already in the environment. In order to restore harmony or maintain it. All right, let's move along now into the Kipper. And then we're going to draw this to a close with some archetypes. Here we go. Source, Holy Spirit, Messenger of Source. What is love asking of us at this time? Wow. To maintain our innocence. To remember our original innocence as well. But also, if now is a better time than ever, to remind ourselves that we are the main character in our stories. But also, for a small handful of you, this is a love interest, a divine feminine love interest. And she's meant to be for you. Gender is irrelevant, whether you're a man or a woman. Energy does not recognize gender. This is someone who also demonstrates self-respect, unconditional love. For some of you, she has a romantic interest on her mind, and that romantic interest is you. Love asking you to trust and embrace this connection. Love is also asking us to recognize the importance of being open with one another. There's also this air of caution that love is asking of us to not speak too heavily on our own love interests. Confidentiality is key. Whoever this is, they are rather attractive to you, or this is you, and someone is finding you rather attractive. Otherwise, for the most part, love is asking of us to recognize that we are the most important person to ever be in our lives. Put some respect on it. Let's keep going. Source, Holy Spirit, Messenger of Source, what else is love asking of the collective at this time? To remain forthright. And honest in all of our endeavors. And in doing so, new paths are being co-created for us. New paths are being added to that blueprint or otherwise being made known to us. It's also something that the collective has been all up in their thoughts about. For some of the collective, this is a distraction that love is asking to overcome. And for others, love is asking to get out of our heads about someone. Out of our heads and into our hearts. Our first brain. Oh, wow. Okay. Details on those thoughts. Let's go. Those changes are on the distant horizons, contributing to our stability, security, and safety. There's that false person. And for some of the collective, they may be a thief. For some of you, this is embracing a more authentic version of yourselves as someone more well-versed than you comes in as a companion and steals your heart, igniting some important changes. All right, let's draw this to a close now with some archetypes. From the Wild Unknown, Archetypes Oracle by Kim Krans. Here we go. Hello, beautiful sister, Miss Blipper in the building. Happy Wednesday. We're actually drawing this to a close now, bringing in some archetypes to assist us in setting our new intentions, setting healthy boundaries, embracing new adventures, as well as being inspired from within, as that is the majority of what love has been asking of us at this time. That was a full pass, and we have two cards out, the Sword and the Mirror. In terms of what love is asking of us at this time, these archetypes are coming in to assist us. Getting right down to the basics and the essentials. But without cutting corners. Discovering and embracing new parts of ourselves. Being compassionate, responsible, with energy that is honest, swift, and accurate. Confirmation of remaining forthright. Everything that we think, say, and do is mirrored back to us. But for some of the collective, this is a twin flame. That's the message I'm getting. A twin flame holding the mirror right back at you. And the collective is being guided to embrace whatever the lesson is and integrate it. A clear and decisive mind, and the willingness to act with laser pinpoint accuracy. That's the energy coming in to assist us. Witnessing the deeper self. Pure awareness. Shattering former self-perceptions, Holy Spirit just said. We're also being guided to cut away any need for comparisons or competition. When we vibe high and hold the line, there are no such things as enemies or competition. And we have the wisdom to know that. or at least the inspiration of the wisdom to know that within us. Letting go of the story. I love that statement, Miss Blipper says. Okay, I'll read that statement in just a second. So crazy, when I clicked on the thumbs up, I actually saw a heart with an arrow through it pop up. Oh, that's so wild. A message of soulmates, and not necessarily all of them being of the romantic type. Heavy on the companionship energy coming in. New for the collective, and love asking us to trust and embrace in those new connections, regardless of the Ten of Swords energy, the painful endings that we've had to endure, as well as present, you know, painful experiences or whatnot, to continue to love and trust in these new connections, to otherwise not get caught up in misdirected energy, to not take out those painful endings on those who didn't create the wounds in our lives, or at least the perception of the illusion. And you say, can't cut corners on a circle. That's right. That goes right along in alignment with what I like to say from time to time about how this, it involves like having sides or taking sides. And I like to say, you can't take sides in this circle because a circle doesn't have sides. So instead of having to choose between one side or another, it's like you either remain present and demonstrate fairness and equity, or like the message came out earlier, to just walk away, move on, and abandon the situation altogether. Because other people's feelings and thoughts and opinions are not our problem. In hermit mode, Izzy says, yes, I think that's pretty darn cool that that heart with the arrow popped up for you, because love is definitely in the air. And interestingly enough, where is it? Okay. Earlier in this session, the Arrow Master came out with several messages. A message of being on the right path, or otherwise about to embark on the right path. Like the intuitions and instincts are already course directing, but also for some of the collective, The message that if you don't shoot, you won't score. Taking a chance on something. Taking a chance on love. Whether it's love for what you do or love for another. And being the initiator, to be the one who initiates the conversation, you know, with like acts of service, acts of kindness. What do they call that? The first approach? To initiate that first approach. So that's a fun little synchronicity. All right, let's draw this to a close now with a bit more from the Wild Unknown archetypes coming in to assist us at this time with whatever love is asking of us. We have the seed. There's that new beginning, that new adventure right there. All right, that's a full pass. Interestingly enough, we ended up with another set of 2. So we have the seed and, ooh, the starborn. Oh my goodness. Love, love, love this energy coming in as archetypes to assist us. Yes. I also see star seed, starborn, star seed. Some of the collective are star seeds. Some of you are indigos. But I'm being guided to leave it alone from there in terms of that. Because that is a lot to unpack. Okay. We're not trying to go on a long side quest right now. So let's take a look at the seed, which is a tool for us, by the way. Builders build. A new beginning. A new origin. But also how the end is present in the beginning. In the center of the card is a pearl representing an ending, a completion, an outcome. The pearl is formed. So this is an ending that clearly had some irritants and friction along the way, but resulting in an expansion, a new beginning that leads to expansion, an expansive new beginning. Confirmation all over the place of all these new beginnings. The Starborn, one of my more favorite cards in the deck. The Divine Child, the Star Child, the Destined, an elusive yet radiant aspect of the self. The starborn archetype points to the cosmic spark of light that arrives with each being at birth. The moment the newborn crowns, whether vaginally or surgically, the royal stars above are said to constellate in a unique shape that maps our path in the world. The idea of destiny is controversial, yet the starborn naturally feels a sense of destination and purpose, aiming itself towards a future that is beyond the mundane. Traveling back to your birth story for clues and insights. Doing some investigating in terms of our origins. Apparently, as we embark on this new journey, this expansive new journey is going to assist us in this expansion and growth. From root to crown, I just heard, end to end, like bookends. Chronicalizing our origins in some kind of way without overthinking or obsessing, because that energy also came out earlier. What we discover, not just from within in terms of inner inspiration and introspection, but also something about the origins, our origins. New insights. Wow. Okay, we're drawing this to a close from one card, or with one card from the bottom. What's already in the environment for the collective assisting us in what love is asking of us is what I was just talking about, that gnosis, those insights. Not only through our own experiences, but the experiences of our ancestors. Leading to this. That's the third time the lover, or otherwise the soulmate energy, has shown up in this session. And looky, looky, look. Another pearl, except this one has gold. Those golden nuggets. By first honoring and showing reverence, putting some respect on ourselves. Okay? That came out with the main female card earlier. No matter what or who we're with, we will always be the most important person in our lives. But there is still that energy that we are not alone, we're not meant to be alone, and we're not meant to embark on this expansive new beginning and adventure alone. Having the knowledge and the wisdom to, again, delegate that authority to a companion, a partner, whether it's vocation, romance, or any otherwise. Soulmate level companionship here. Beautiful. Also, the ability to delegate in the sense that we can't possibly already know everything. So, with that being said, we can find the answers in others as well. Instead of over intellectualizing and literalizing, asking others who may be more well versed on something along this journey. But it also signifies a knowing about these soulmate level companionships. That is life changing. Connection, expansion, devotion, and awe. The heart, the beloved, the devoted. So we have devotion and the devoted present at the same time. It's already happening. It's already here. There is no getting there. It's already here, Holy Spirit just said. Being fully present and awake in order to feel it. And more indication of being grateful to savor every last drop of life's offerings. And that is the message. I want to thank you so very much, Multiversal Soul Familia, for tuning in with much gratitude and appreciation. From my heart chakra to yours, brightest of blessings and agape, omni love to all. And one more thing. I love you. Yeah.